In a curious twist to the electoral discourse on crony capitalism, PM Modi on Wednesday accused Congress of striking a deal with Ambani and Adani and asked if the party had received tempo loads of black money from the two businessmen in return for Rahul Gandhi to stop abusing them during the elections. You must have seen for the past 5 years the Congress Shehzada used to chant morning to evening since his Rafale issue got grounded. He started chanting about 5 industrialists, then Ambani and Adani. But ever since elections have been announced, these people have stopped abusing Ambani and Adani, the PM said at a rally in Karimnagar in Telangana. Modi said there was certainly something fishy. Modi said there was certainly something fishy. As for the 5 years they abused Adani and Ambani and it stopped overnight. It means you have received some tempo loads of Chori Kamal, he added. The PM accusing Congress of taking huge amounts of black money came as a surprise since he was frequently been at the receiving end of the opposition party's barbs on crony capitalism. Sam Pitroda, a confidant of Nehru Gandhi family since the days of his friend the late PM Rajiv Gandhi, hastily stepped down as chief of Indian Overseas Congress on Wednesday after his comment liking Indians in different parts of the country to different racial groups sparked an outrage. PM Modi, who was campaigning in Telangana and Andhra, savaged the friend, philosopher, guide and uncle of Shehzada for his racism, linking the racial profiling to Congress opposition to the election of Draupadi Murmu as president in 22 because of the color of her skin. Congress, which swiftly went into damage control mode by disassociating itself from US-based Pitroda's remark, immediately accepted his resignation later in the day in a bid to cap the controversy, which saw CMs of northeastern states taking exception to being equated with the Chinese in terms of looks. This follows another controversy Pitroda recently triggered by supporting the idea of 55% inheritance tax. BJP's estranged ally JJP is ready to support Congress-led opposition's bid to topple the Naib Singh Saini government in Haryana, former Deputy CM Dushyant Chautala declared on Wednesday, simultaneously firing a warning to his MLA colleagues that defying a whip to side with the Saffron party would invite disqualification. Chautala's statement came a day after 3 independent MLAs withdrew support from the BJP-led coalition, reducing its strength to 43 in what is effectively an 88-member assembly after the resignation last March by ex-CM Manohar Khattar and independent MLA Ranjit Singh Chautala. Saini insisted there was no threat to his government and it would complete its tenure without a hitch. We were not in a minority government earlier and are not in a minority now, he said in Sirsa. Haryana is due for state election in October, although the BJP government technically appears safe for now. 3 independents withdrawing support could affect the party's prospects in the Lok Sabha poll. The state will vote in the 5th phase on May 25 with BJP facing the challenge of retaining all 10 seats it won in 19. Dushyant, JJP's national senior vice president, told reporters in Hisar that the party would write to the governor to ask the BJP government to take a floor test to prove its majority. The rule book stipulates that a no confidence motion cannot be moved against any government within 6 months of the previous one, which is Haryana's case was in February. After a 13-year hiatus, city-based National Institute of Nutrition has revised its dietary guidelines for Indians, considering new scientific findings, lifestyle changes, disease and food habits. It advised Indians to restrict intake of sugar to 20 to 25 grams a day since it comes from natural carbohydrates, avoid protein supplements and reduce oils. It also gave a thumbs up for air frying and granite coated cookware. NIN also for the first time released guidelines for interpreting packaged food labels. ICMR Director General released the revised guidelines on Wednesday. One of the key suggestions is to decrease the use of cooking oil and obtain essential fatty acids through nuts, oilseeds and seafood. Guidelines on ultra-processed food were also provided. Days after 3 Indian men were arrested in Canada for the killing of Khalistan separatist and Canadian national Hardeep Singh Nijjar, Foreign Minister backed the police action, saying Canada stood by its allegations that Indian agents murdered Niger and India designated terrorist. Speaking later on Tuesday, Indian High Commissioner Sanjay Verma accused forensic groups of crossing the big red line by casting an evil eye on the territorial integrity of India. We stand by the allegations that a Canadian was killed on the Canadian soil by Indian agents, Jolie said. The investigation by the RCMP is being done. I won't further comment and no other officials from our government will further comment, she added. In his first remarks since the Niger arrest, Verma seemed to link the case to domestic crime, according to a CTV News report. India is the origin of the largest number of international migrants, nearly 18 million, with a large diaspora in UAE, US and Saudi Arabia, and it continues its march as the top country receiving remittances from its diaspora. The figure crossed 110 billion in 22. According to the World Migration Report 24 released in Dhaka on Wednesday by the UN's International Organization for Migration, India, Mexico and China were the top 3 remittance recipient countries in 22, followed by the Philippines, France and Pakistan. India received $111 billion, the first country to reach and even surpass the $100 billion mark in 2020. It had received $83 billion. Mexico, with inward remittances of $61 billion, was the second largest recipient. In the previous year, it had replaced China to occupy the second spot and continued to hold sway. Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari, who addressed a public gathering in Jaitpur in Southeast Delhi's Badarpur, canvassing votes for BJP's South Delhi candidate Ramveer Singh Biduri, said that the capital was developing rapidly. Discussing the steps he had taken to improve road connectivity from Delhi to other states, Gadkari said it will take just 12 hours to reach Mumbai from Delhi after the express highway is ready by December. He said the drive from Delhi to Jaipur, Amritsar, Katra, Srinagar and Manali would take respectively 2, 4, 6, 8 and 6 hours. Delhiites will be able to reach Dehradun in 2 hours by road. That's less time than reaching the airport to board a flight, said Gadkari, amid chants like Gadkari ki this and this. He also mentioned proposed projects like the electric cables bus between Delhi and Jaipur. It will also cover distance in just 2 hours and fare will be 30% less than one of the normal diesel bus, said the minister. He added that an amphibious plane service would take off from the Yamuna and reach different parts of the country, including Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj, Ganga in Varanasi, Brahmaputra in Guwahati and the Taj Mahal in Agra. Gadkari said central government was providing funds under various schemes to clean the Yamuna. Harvest shuttle would be used to generate ethanol to reduce air pollution, which the dirty water in the drains in Badarpur would be used to produce hydrogen in the future, he claimed. What could not be done till now has been done by the BJP government under the leadership of Modi ji, he asserted, saying that it was he who got candidate Biduri to join BJP. Gadkari said the people to vote for him, assuring whatever changes you see around you is just a trailer as the entire movie is left. It is important that this time to the BJP would led by Modi ji is made victorious in all the 7 seats of Delhi. Biduri also addressed the crowd and mentioned the projects taken by the centre. Before Jaipur, Gadkari addressed the public at Shastri Nagar in support of BJP candidate from Chandni Chowk parliamentary constituency Praveen Khandelwal. Olympian Rajvardhan Singh Rathore, one of the BJP star campaigners and also a Rajasthan minister, on Wednesday held a roadshow in Kalyanpuri in support of party's candidate from East Delhi Lok Sabha constituency Harsh Malhotra. The rally, however, saw a tepid response. The roadshow started an hour late after 6 p.m. Traversing the 1 kilometer stretch, Rathore, sporting a blue kurta, waved and smiled at the crowd, while some curious onlookers stood at the balconies of their houses or peeked from the windows. Many went about their daily course. Several BJP supporters waving saffron flags with the party's lotus symbol held cutouts of PM Modi with "Main Hoon Modi Ka Parivar" written over them. In the background, a song "This and This." BJP functionaries Anil Gupta, Mahindra This and This. Rakhi Avasthi, who sells plastic products in the area, said, "I don't know about the candidate, but my vote is for Modi." At the same time, she said sitting MP Gautam Gambhir did not do anything for the constituency but she had hope from Modi government. According to Anil Kumar, who has a confectionery shop, this time BJP seems to be on weak ground. Unlike this one, there is also a massive crowd at Sunita Kejriwal's roadshow, he said, adding that it was difficult to predict who would win. Later, Rathod said the 24 elections are another opportunity to ensure that corrupt parties and dynastic rulers stay away from the power yet again. To ensure a developed and strong India, we need Narendra Modi as PM for the third time. Former Delhi Congress chief Harvinder Singh Lovely, who recently resigned from his post and switched to BJP on Wednesday, said he would rather quit politics than leave the Saffron party. Lovely, along with former Minister Rajkumar Chauhan, Naseeb Singh and Amit Malik, joined BJP last week. Last time I quit Congress in an anger. This time, however, I have taken the decision with a cool head and much thought. Now I will do politics here only or quit politics instead of leaving the party, Lovely told media persons at the BJP office. Lovely said that in any party the role of a worker is the most important and he will assume that role for BJP and campaign wherever he asked to. Lovely, who is among BJP's 40 star campaigners for the Lok Sabha polls in Delhi, hinted others from Delhi Congress would also join the Saffron party in the coming days. Rajkumar Chauhan is a known name in the northwest Delhi, but his influence is not limited to that constituency. Similarly, I and Naseeb Singh are based in the Trans Yamuna area where there are 2 seats. This is just the beginning. If the party allows, our other friends will come too, he said. Lovely quit Congress and joined BJP in April 17 before the municipal polls. However, he returned to Congress in 18. Last month, he resigned from the Congress president post over differences with the senior leadership and choice of candidate for the Lok Sabha polls. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences had decided to operationalize cath lab facility for emergency patients to ensure prompt primary neuro, cardio and other endovascular interventions within the crucial golden hour. Till date, there is no dedicated cath lab for emergency patients within the emergency department. This strategic decision comes after careful consideration of the current patient load and the need for prompt interventions, particularly in emergency situations. It was observed that the current number of operational cath labs falls short of meeting the escalating demand, resulting in extended waiting times for complex neuro and cardio procedures, said officials. Furthermore, the absence of a dedicated cath lab within the emergency department has led to delays in administering primary interventions, consequently impacting patient outcomes. Amid slogans of Bharat Mata Ki Jai, more than 8,000 students charged ahead in the 2.5 km run for Viksit Bharat organized on Wednesday by Delhi University in collaboration with Viksit Bharat Ambassador Club. Viksit Bharat 2047 is PM Modi's action plan to transform India into a developed country by 47 in terms of economic growth, social progress, environmental sustainability and good governance, exactly 100 years after gaining independence from foreign rule. Urging the students to find their personal roles in Bharat 2047, Vice Chancellor Yogesh Singh said we must all contribute to Bharat moving forward and progressing. All students should vote and also motivate 10 others to vote so democracy is strengthened. He claimed that many good things would happen in the country over the next 25 years. Actor Rajkumar Rao, badminton player Saina Nehwal and Hitesh Jain, Vice President of Mumbai BJP, flagged off the run that started at 7 am from DU's gate number 1 and ended at the university sports complex. This was a good initiative for Viksit Bharat. I felt very good returning to my university and interacting with students, said Rao. When we reach 2047, we should have a Viksit Bharat. I appeal to all of you to go and cast vote. The actor is also an ambassador for the Election Commission of India. Nehwal said, as a sport person, running daily is good for fitness, but we are here for a different reason today. To build a future and a country that is the best in the world. We are doing so well in every field, but I want us to work even harder to become one of the best countries by 2047. Rohini Singh, a student, said, "I was inspired by the event. The run offered a platform for the youth to be aware of the development and of the country, to take pride in it and be hopeful for the future." Congress Delhi unit meanwhile lodged a complaint with the Election Commission, saying the event was organized in violation of the Model Code of Conduct. Tata Group's airline merger woes continued. Unabated budget Air India Express, which operates 350 to 400 flights daily, of which over 250 are domestic and 120 international, is cutting about 40 flights daily till May 13 for now. In a replay of the last month's trouble at full service Vistara, which is being merged with Air India, more than 300 AI Express cabin crew members started reporting sick from Tuesday afternoon, forcing cancellation of more than 90 flights till Wednesday evening. The airline on Wednesday started issuing termination letters of the crew who had reported sick. With over 80% aircraft occupancy these days, about 13,000 passengers were affected by the cancellations. The airline has asked passengers scheduled to fly Wednesday to check if their flight is affected before heading to the airport. The situation is dynamic as senior cabin crew are reporting sick at the last minute just before they are to operate flights. While we are proactively cancelling flights till next Monday, the actual number may differ depending on crew turnout. We are minimizing international disruptions and less than 20% of the cancellations will be of our overseas flight, airline source said. Former Deputy CM Dushyant Chautala said CM Saini should either prove his majority in the assembly or immediately resign. The three independents who withdrew support to the government, Sombit Sangwan, Randhir Singh Golan and Dharampal Gondar, said at a presser on Tuesday that they would back Congress, which has 30 MLAs in the House. Dushyant said JJP MLAs violating the party's whip risk facing the same treatment. Some rebel Congress legislators in Himachal Pradesh some time ago for turning against his party in the Rajya Sabha elections. He said JJP has already issued notices to 3 MLAs for sharing the stage with rival parties. One of them could be JJP's Narwana MLA Ramnivas Surjakheda, who backed BJP Sirsa candidate Ashok Tanwar at the Saffron Party's rally in his constituency on Wednesday. Chief Minister Saini led the campaign. The JJP MLA previously attended a rally by former CM Khattar, who is BJP's nominee for the Karnal seat. Khattar downplayed by the withdrawal of support by 3 independent MLAs, saying at roadshows in Nilokheri and Indiri that such things were par for the course in politics. It's election time, someone will join the party while someone will quit. It doesn't matter, many MLAs are in contact with us, hence they are nothing to stress about, he said. US President Joe Biden paused an arms shipment to Israel last week to prevent US-made weapons from being used in a long-threatened assault on the city of Rafah, administration officials said Tuesday night, a sign of growing rift between the US and Israel over the conduct of the war. Biden withheld 18. Listen this. The decision delayed the delivery of the 3,500 bombs was the first time since the October 7 Hamas-led attack that Biden has used his power to curtail arms as an instrument to influence Israel's approach to the war that followed. A number of Biden's Democratic allies in Congress have for weeks urged him to limit or halt arms shipment to Israel, something he had refused to do until now because of his strong support for the effort to destroy Hamas. Israeli officials disclosed the weapons posed to Oxius earlier this week, but US officials refused to confirm it until Tuesday night. The fact that they finally did so was a clear indication of how much frustration is growing among administration officials that Their Israeli counterparts are not heeding US warnings against a major operation in Rafah. Confirmations came hours after Israel sent tanks into the city. Thailand will release cannabis as a narcotic by year end, its PM said Tuesday in a stunning U-turn just 2 years after becoming one of the first countries in Asia to decriminalize its recreational use. The moves comes despite rapid growth of the domestic retail sector for marijuana, with the industry projected to be worth up to $1.2 billion by 25. I want Health Ministry to amend the rules and relist cannabis as a narcotic, PM said on X. The ministry should quickly issue a rule to allow its usage for health and medical purpose only. It was not immediately clear when cannabis will be relisted as a narcotic or what processes must first take place. A thick atmosphere has been detected around a planet that's twice as big as Earth in a nearby solar system. Scientists reported Wednesday the so-called super-Earth known as 7055 Cancri is among the few rocky planets outside our solar system with a significant atmosphere wrapped a blanket of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Exact amounts are unclear. Earth's atmosphere is a blend of nitrogen, oxygen, argon and other gases. It's probably the firmest evidence that this planet has an atmosphere, said Ian Cosfield, an astronomer who was not involved with these research published in the journal Nature. Super-Earth refers to a planet size bigger than Earth but smaller than Neptune. The boiling temperatures on the planet, which can reach as hot as 2300 degrees Celsius, means then it is likely to host life. Instead, scientists say the discovery is a promising sign that other such rocky planets with thick atmospheres could exist that may be more hospitable. The exoplanet 41 light years away is 8 times heavier than Earth and circles its stars Copernicus so closely that it has permanent day and night sides. A light year is nearly 9.7 trillion kilometers. Its surface is encrusted with magma oceans. To identify the makeup of its atmosphere, researchers studied Webb Space Telescope observations before and after the planet passed behind its star. They separated the light emitted from over the planet versus its star and used the data to calculate the planet's temperature. There's evidence the planet's heat was being distributed more evenly across its surface, a party trick atmospheres are known for. Gases from its magma oceans may play a key role in holding its atmosphere steady. Exploring this super-Earth may also yield clues to how Earth and Mars might have evolved. It's a rare window, said Renu Hu from NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, who was part of the research. Cambodia's defense ministry insisted on Wednesday that the month-long presence of 2 Chinese warships in a strategically important naval base that is being newly expanded with funding from Beijing does not constitute a permanent deployment of the Chinese military in the country. Questions had arisen after the Center for Strategic and International Studies reported last month that 2 Chinese corvettes that docked at the Ream Naval Base New Pier in December has maintained a nearly permanent presence there since. Satellite images confirm that the 2 ships remained there on Wednesday, more than 5 months since they initially appeared. The US and others have long worried that the new pier at the Ream Naval Base built with Chinese funding could serve as a new outpost of the Chinese Navy in the Gulf of Thailand, but Cambodia said that would not happen. Asked about why the 2 ships had been there for 5 months, Defense Ministry spokesperson said they were due to part in a joint Cambodian-Chinese military exercise later this month, and they were also involved in training Cambodian sailors. We have been clear that Cambodia is not allowing any foreign forces to be deployed on its territory, he said. Bengal is crucial for BJP retaining the windfall 18 Lok Sabha seats that party won in 19 out of the total 42 in the state is important for any path to a third term. but the party's campaign in the state has kept floundering, so much so that with 3 phases of Bengal's 7-phase election completed, BJP finds itself at a point from where salvaging the narrative is difficult, especially when the underlying issue is the center's treatment on the people in the state. One misstep is all it takes to make Fidji voters jump the political fence, and this is precisely what CAA seems to have accomplished. The rush notification of rules under CAA was meant to be a BJP masterstroke. Instead, it will likely end up being at disadvantage, and its impact on voter choice will be spread across anything up to 20 Lok Sabha constituencies. A similar fallout can be seen with how BJP's campaign veered sharply from Viksit Bharat by 2047 to stoking majoritarian paranoia. This took place in the form of an attack that branded all opposition parties as pursuing hidden agendas. BJP has gone to town with how allegedly all these parties have been promising more minority appeasement. This includes per BJP redistributing wealth, cancelling reservations for Dalits and tribals, and rerouting these to Muslims. This attack, as it played out in Bengal, clubbed Congress, Trinamool Congress and CPM led left altogether, and that is not working out well for BJP. For the only thing that this attack has ensured is that those who were hitherto enemies have become friends, united in the common cause of fending off BJP in Bengal. On a wicket where Lucknow Super Giants batters struggled to score, Travis Head 89 and Abhishek Sharma 75 both not out put on a batting masterclass to power Sunrisers Hyderabad to a crushing 10-wicket victory at the Rajiv Gandhi International Cricket Stadium on Wednesday. Chasing a modest 165 for 4, thanks largely to Ayush Badoni's 55 not out and Nicholas Puran's 48 not out stand of 99 runs for the 5th wicket. Sunrisers chased down the total in a mere 9.4 overs. Their 7th win propelled them to 3rd spot in the points table. Had equalled the record for the fastest half-century for SRH in 16 balls, joining his partner Abhishek, who had hit a 16-ball half-century against Mumbai Indians here earlier this season. At the other end, Abhishek got his half-century in 19 deliveries. The duo smashed 50 runs in 3 overs and 100 runs in 5 overs, as the power play produced 107 for 0 wicket down. Head was at its brutal best, hitting Naveen Hulak for 22 in the 5th over to race off his half-century. In the next over, Abhishek, who was dropped on 24 balls of Ravi Bishnoi in the 4th over, raced to his half-tone with a 6 of Badoni. None of the Super Giants bowlers made any impression. Krishnappa Gautam was the best lot with the economy rate of 14. All the other bowlers went at over 17 and over. Abhishek finished off the game at 167 for 0 wicket down with a 6 of Yash Thakur over extra cover. Earlier choosing to bat, Super Giants struggled to get going. Bhuvneshwar Kumar removed Quinton de Kock and Mark Stoinis in successive overs, while Nitish Kumar Reddy took a well-judged catch at backward square leg to dismiss the South African. Sanveer Singh took a brilliant diving catch inches off the ground at the mid-on to get rid of the Australian to reduce the visitors to 21 for 2 in the 5th over. Bhuvneshwar's tight spell in 3 overs meant the visitors managed only 27 for 2 in the first 6 overs, which is the joint second lowest power play score with this season. Krunal Pandya then tried to switch gears by hitting Jaydev Unadkat for consecutive sixes in the 8th over. Rahul perished in the 10th over of Pat Cummins as they managed 57 for 3 at the halfway stage. Delhi Capitals left-arm wrist spinner Kuldeep Yadav, who returned match-winning figures of 2 for 25 against Rajasthan Royals, said his bowling approach was the key to his side's 20-run win. Kuldeep gave the twin bowlers in the crucial 18th over to virtually end Arash hopes, chasing down the target of 22 to 22. Rajasthan needed 41 from last 3 overs with a big hitting South African Ferreira as the crease, but Kuldeep dismissed him of the first ball of his final over. I have played against him in South Africa and I knew he was a backfoot player and wanted to stay a little full and quick and got him out first ball. Kuldeep said, "It is very important to bowl on a good length. That's the main challenge when I bowl in the death overs. I bowled a couple of seam-up deliveries to read what batters are doing. Just the length. Just the length matters to me. That was the plan," he said. Bowling at the death was a concern for DC, but skipper Rishabh Pant was a happy man on Tuesday. As always, Kuldeep delivered. The way our bowlers executed at the back end was the main positive, and it was good to see. We will try to learn from this, Pant said. Royal Challengers Bengaluru will look for their fourth consecutive victory when they face an unpredictable Punjab Kings here on Thursday. After a horrendous start to the season, RCB have managed to claw their way back. They have the winning momentum on their side, having won their last three games comprehensively. The wins have not only boosted their sagging morale but also taken them to the 7th spot in the points table. With 8 points from 11 games, RCB can still make the playoffs if they win all their remaining three fixtures, although the chances are slim. Punjab Kings too stare at a similar situation. They occupy the 8th spot, having collected 8 points from 11 games. However, between the two, only one team can reach the all-important 14 points mark. Having beaten Punjab Kings earlier in the season and heading off their clash with 3 wins on the trot, RCB will feel more confident than the host. Virat Kohli remains consistent at the top, while skipper Faf du Plessis broke his string of poor scores with Belgrade knock in the last game. Will Jacks also impressed with a match-winning century against GT, and Cameron Green showcased his all-round skills with crucial contributions in the runs and wickets against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Their bowling department has started clicking with Mohammad Siraj, who is in India's T20 World Cup squad, finally finding his rhythm. Punjab Kings, on the other hand, will be low on confidence, having suffered an inexplicable batting collapse against CSK. The Kings showcased their very best and worst against CSK. Their bowlers were all over the CSK batters, but the batting unit choked. It was another example of how Punjab season has been this year, unpredictable. They have showcased their potential with away wins over KKR when they recorded the highest successful run chase in T20s and CSK. However, they had faced difficulties at home. They have won just 1 out of the 5 games in Mullapur, their main home ground. Sanju Samson or Rishabh Pant, who will start as India's number 1 wicketkeeper, bat in the upcoming T20 World Cup. The situation at present is neck and neck, perhaps slightly tilted towards Pant, being a left-hander in the middle order with the credentials of a proven match winner and innovative shots, making Pant the first choice as of now. But Samson is bridging the gap with every innings in the ongoing IPL. The latest one being a swashbuckling 46-ball 86 against Delhi Capitals on Tuesday. The knock did not land Rajasthan a win but enhanced Samson's growing reputation with regards to consistency in his batting. Just doing by sheer numbers, Samson has scored 471 runs in the IPL so far at an average of 67. His strike rate of 163 is also among the best in the competition. This is not one of those seasons where Sanju has started well but withdrew about as the tournament progressed. Not only has the volume of runs increased, but they have come at more than a fair clip. After the DCRR game, Royals head coach Kumar Sangakkara have further insights into what has gone right for Samson this season. With Sanju, the biggest thing this season is that he is having a lot of clarity about the way he should bat, Sangakkara said. Earlier, there was certain stages of the game where he seemed to lose a little bit of concentration. He have addressed that from the past seasons. Now he has really bought into the role we have assigned him, not only as a captain but also as a batter. Also, he has changed his mindset on the importance of rest and recovery rather than training all the time and being tired mentally and physically. Rest is on the top of his to-do list. There is no doubt that he has exceptional ability and is a very special player. When he is fresh and focused, there is nothing that really can't achieve. The Sri Lankan legend does not want to give into the Sanju Samson's versus Pant debate as of now, but his choice is quite clear. It's really up to Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma and how they see the combination, Sangakkara said, but Sanju has made his case. So hopefully he will have a good run in the World Cup. Most of Samson's runs in the IPL have come at the number 3 position, a slot that blocked in the Indian team dynamics. If he played in the T20 World Cup, number 5 might be his given number, where he may have to face a lot of spin. In the IPL over the years, Samson has been superb in terms of power hitting against the pacers. This year has been no different. He is striking at 174 while scoring 315 runs against the pacemen. But it's hitting against the spinners that has seemed quite an improvement. His overall strike rate against spin in IPL is 135. But his season Samson has scored 156 runs at a strike rate of 145 against the spinners. He is exceptionally talented against pace and spin. His pace does not bother him. High pace doesn't bother him. Turn does not bother him. It's just a case of focusing and trusting the area that he scores in and really keeping that intent going. He can play any shot in the book. He has got great power to clear the boundary. He is showing how exceptionally gifted he is against spin. Sangakkara reflected.